Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am here with you guys to do another cash envelope stuffing video. Today is Friday, April 26th, I think, and it is payday for me from my regular full-time job. So I am going to come in here and budget out my money with you guys. Now I do, as those of you that have watched my channel for a while know, that I do also get paid from Etsy every Monday and YouTube once a month. But I don't use that to budget my expenses and my bills. That I mainly just pay business expenses with, and then kind of whatever's left over I put towards my debt snowball. So that works out really well. So my full-time job that I get paid from every Friday is really the only income that I use to budget out my expenses. So this sticker kit that I'm using is just one that I have in my Etsy shop. It's one that I use every week for my cash envelopes. And this is the April pattern. And April is almost over. I cannot believe that May is next week. It kind of seems really crazy, actually. So that's exciting. The weather here is getting so nice out. Right now it's really sunny out and it's about 68 degrees maybe, so it is really nice outside. So that is good. Getting into some spring weather finally. Alright, so I've laid my stickers down. So I have my big washi, my thin washi, and then my header stickers, which kind of categorize my different categories. So the first one that I start with is my credit cards. So we will just zoom in here. And I use this Erin Condren petite planner. I don't know if I've ever shown this, but I use this to kind of figure out what my category totals are, if you can figure out my madness here, for the week. So I kind of just take these numbers and then enter them into my notebook. Alright, so my first credit card for this week is going to be Walmart. And I do these in order of least to greatest balance-wise. So this one is going to be $8.75, and this is a weekly amount, not a month's worth. Next is Apple, which is $6.75. And last is Capital One, which gets $40. And so we will come in then with the totals on these. So I'm just going to add up these amounts. So $55.50. And I do have, hopefully, some really exciting news. So Walmart right now is my lowest balanced debt. And it's obviously the end of April, so what I do is each week, whatever money I have left over after I budgeted everything out, after I've stuffed my sinking funds, done my expenses, all that good stuff, whatever money I have left over, I just put it in a separate account, and then at the end of the month, I take all of that money that's in there and then put it towards whatever debt I am currently working on paying off, which right now is Walmart. And I think I'm just waiting for one more income source to come in. I think I will be able to pay Walmart off this month. So I'm just waiting for tomorrow or Monday to figure out, but I think I will be able to do that, and which is great because last month, so going into April, my balance on that credit card was, it was either a little over $1,000 or a little over $1,100. I don't remember, but I should be able to get all of that paid off. So that will be an exciting feeling. It's so, I don't know, so uplifting and motivational to be able to pay off a debt. It just kind of gives you the maybe positivity to move forward and then go work on the next debt that you have. So it's just really uplifting. So hopefully I can make that happen. Like I said, I'm just waiting for one more income source, and I kind of just have to figure out the budget with that. And then if I do, I think I actually want to do a video of me actually making that debt payoff payment. So I thought that would be really interesting. I've never done that type of video before, but I think it would be really cool. So hopefully I will have that coming, but stay tuned and we shall see. Okay, so the next one that I do here, I just call it loans. Obviously, I have more loans than just this one that I have in here, but it's just how I have it categorized. So this one is my Western Federal, and the weekly amount for this one is $56.75. And that's the only one that I put in there, so that total is $56.75. And then the last one for debt would be my car. And this one is just basically everything relating to my car. So my car insurance as well as my car payment. So we will start with insurance, which is $20, and my car payment for the weekly amount is $153. So those two totaled is $173. Okay, so those are my debt side, which those of you that have been with me for a while know that all of these are electronically done through Capital One 360. So I will go through and transfer all of those over to Capital One 360, and then I just, when the bills are due, like when Walmart is due on the 18th, I'll go in a few days before and schedule that monthly minimum payment, which is $35. But I will have had 4 weeks worth of this, so I have that money in that account to be able to come up with that monthly payment. So that is how I do that. I'm trying to figure out where I want my sticker here. Okay, so the next category for me would be expenses, and now these ones are cash envelopes. So these are ones that I am taking money out of the bank to fill. And my first one is gas. I bumped it up last week to $50, and that's what I am going to do again this week just because gas did raise a little bit. Grocery. Now if you saw my May budget, if you saw my May budget video that I just posted yesterday, Thursday, you would have seen that for the month of May, I decided to up my grocery budget to $375 for the whole month, which would basically sort out to be $75 a week. So I am increasing it from $60 a week starting in May, but since I have already done my April budget, I'm going to, and I did that at $60 a week, I'm going to stick with this for now. So, and then next Friday, when I do my budget and my cash envelopes, then you'll see that increase to $75. Spending, going to do $40. cell phone is 30, tumbling is 20. So we will go ahead and total these up. So we have 50, 60, 40, 30, and 20. Yeah, that's right, 200. Okay, so then my last category would be sinking funds. And I love sinking funds. And I'll show you when I'm actually stuffing my envelopes, but it's really hard for me to use money out of my sinking funds, even though that's what they're there for. I really hate using money out of them, which I had to do this week for my son's birthday, and his first communion is coming up, so I had to take some money out of my kids' envelope, so it's down, which is kind of depressing, but again, that's what they're there for, so at least I had the money to cover everything that I needed, and I was not, you know, scrambling around trying to come up with money. Okay, so I was calling my, well, it was my hygiene envelope, but I actually got some suggestions from some of you guys, and I decided to go with personal care because I just didn't like the category called hygiene. I don't know why. It's just, maybe it sounds strange, but it just sounds like gross or like dirty. I don't know. I just didn't like it. So I was thinking of something else because I just use it for haircuts. So someone mentioned personal care and I really like that. So that is what I'm going with. So personal care is what was hygiene. Medical gets 5, personal care gets 8, gifts gets 10, kids is 15, Christmas is 20, and then my newest sinking fund is Sam's Club, which is also 20. So we will add these up. So we have 12 plus 8 plus 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 and 20. Oh, that really did say 90, but I hit the equals again. So $90 there. Alright, so what I do now, I'm going to see if I have a sticker that would work for this. Okay, it doesn't line up with the lines perfectly, but it will do. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to lay this down. Okay, so what I do is, so these totals here are going to be my transfer total. Let's do this in a different color. Okay, so I'm just going to do transfer. So that transfer amount is going to be this total plus this total plus this total all added up. And that's going to be the amount that I transfer to Capital One 360 to be able to cover those expenses. So $285.25. Next is going to be my cash total. So these two added up together, which is what I will need to take out of the bank. So that's $290. So I'm just going to do the total of both of those because that is going to be what I have in expenses for the week. So $575.25. Then I am going to do what my total income was, and then what I have to put toward my debt snowball. And let me just figure this out quick. I'm just looking on my bank to make sure that I have my pay right. Okay. So my income for the week was $632.50. So we'll take that, subtract it from my expenses, which leaves us with $57.25. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I take that amount, that $56.25, I transfer it into a separate 360 savings account, and I do that every single week. And then also with my Etsy and my YouTube income, after the expenses for business purchases as well as taxes are taken out, I also transfer that amount into that same account, and then at the very end of the month, I put all of that money that is in there towards my current debt snowball, which, like I said, right now is Walmart. So that is what I'm going to do with that $57.25. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I really wish I had a sticky note. Oh well, okay. So I am going to get my cash laid out and my envelopes, and then we will get to stuffing the envelopes. All right, I got everything laid out here. So I just took these ones out of my billfold, and then these other ones I just keep in this planner pouch. These are the ones that I don't use as often, so I just have them in there. And then this is my Erin Condren wet erase marker that I use to write on the labels as well as the trackers. I'm just going to organize these quick because it makes it go a little faster if they're put in order. Car maintenance. Medical, gifts, kids, Christmas, Sam's Club. Okay. We have everything there, so I'm going to start with gas. I don't do trackers on any of the expense envelopes, so gas, grocery spending, cell phone, or tumbling, I don't do trackers on those because there's constantly money coming in and out of those. It's not really anything that I'm saving for. It's just money that I've set aside to use for that specific purpose, and usually the money is gone by the time I stuff them the next time. So we'll do 50 in gas. Next is groceries, which has $2, and I'm going to add 60, so 20, 40, 60 into groceries. Spending is next. There's nothing in there, so we're adding 40 into there. Last week I accidentally grabbed 60 and put in there, but then I caught it while I was stuffing my other envelopes, which does happen. Cell phone is next. So I currently have 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So just 1 week's worth, and I did pay this one 2 weeks ago, so we will, I don't know why I'm putting that away. We'll add another 30 to it, which will put that one to 60. And the reason I do my cell phone in cash is because I actually am on a plan with my mom, and so it's under her, the phone is under her name, or the phone line I should say, is under her name, and I have a phone line and a phone, and then so does my oldest son. So those two combined, mine and his, is what I pay for, or I guess which would be my portion of the cell phone bill. So I just give that cash to her, and then she pays it online. Okay, so tumbling has 20, 40, 60, 81, 120. We're going to add 20 to it, which puts it at 140. Still haven't got a statement yet for tumbling, so I'm going to put that back in there until I get a statement and know how much I'm going to pay. So now we're into the sinking funds, so these ones I do use trackers for. So car maintenance, last week had 180. I haven't done anything with this one, so it should still have that. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 40, 60, 70, 80. And then we are going to add 12 to that. So it will be at 192. And so this is where I then use my wet erase marker. I just put the date in here, and then I also do this not only when I'm stuffing the envelope, but if I take anything out of it. So we're adding in 12, which puts it at 192. All right. Our next one, as you can see, it was titled Hygiene, and I am trying to find my wet wipes so that I can change this category, and I cannot find them right now. So I will do that when I'm done with this video. We'll get it, the title or the category label changed to personal care. But last week it had 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it still has that, and I'm going to add 8 to it. So 1, 2, 3. So that one will be at 16 now. So 16. Next is medical. I did have 60 in it, but on the 25th, today actually, this morning, I took that 60 out because I am actually going to the doctor, and I'm going to put that money in my account so I can do the copay, as well as I need to get a prescription filled, so, or sorry, the 23rd. So anyway, so I am just adding in 5, which will put my new balance at 5. So we now have gifts, which last week was at 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and we'll add in another 10. So this one we will put at 70. Kids, this is the one I had to use, which was so depressing. It was at $160 and I took out $145. Oh, this should say the 19th. There we go. Took out $145, which put my total down to 15. So it's really depressing. It was so high, but that's what they're there for. My youngest son's birthday, he turns 8 in about a week and a half. So I took out money because I need to get him a few presents and a birthday cake, but also we're Catholic, and he is doing his first communion on May 4th, so a week from Saturday. And so I got him a few first communion gifts, his first rosary, things like that. So that's what that $145 went towards. So there is $15 in here right now, and then I am going to add another $15, so that envelope will be at $30. Now I will have to fill it back up again. So we're adding 15, which puts our balance at 30. Okay, next is Christmas. It had 140 last week. I have not touched this one, so 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 140. We're adding 20 to it, so that one will be at 160. And then my last sinking fund is Sam's Club, which last week was at 20. It was at 40, but then we did go to Sam's Club, so I used that 40. So we have 20 in there now. We'll add another 20 to that one, which will then put me at 40 for this envelope. I should be able to get it, filled up pretty quickly by the next time we go to Sam's Club. So there are all of my envelopes all stuffed, ready to go. And then what I do, just going to separate these ones out as to which ones I take with me in my billfold and which ones will go back into my pouch for either the next time I use them or when I need to stuff them again. So now what I'm going to do is take my life planner here and going to open it to April's spread. And so today is the 26th. So I am just seeing what bills I have to pay in this next week before my next payday, which would be March 3rd. And then I'm just going to mark them off here. So my mom's birthday is tomorrow. We're going out for supper for that, so that's exciting. So the only bill that I have due is my car payment, which is right down here on the 29th, Monday. So I will go in right now and go to this account online and schedule that payment to be paid. So I can go ahead and check that because that one is paid. And all of these other ones, oh, I didn't check any of these off. They were paid though. Except tumbling. I have not done that because I'm waiting for the statement. But everything then for April has been paid. So really, we're pretty much done with April. We have a few more days here to go, and then we will jump in to May, which is super exciting. I have a lot of fun things in May, so excited for that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet but would like to, go ahead and do that, and then hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a new video. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!